Hi, it's your coach, Joe Lucas. Welcome to your Practice Power Daily Power Minute. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to the 7th of February. Hey, a quick note, real quick, in terms of figuring out and being very clear on your segmentation of non-clients. I believe advisors have really three buckets. We have our suspects, our prospects, and our pipeline. And let me explain the difference between all three. A suspect is somebody who may be on your newsletter list, an acquaintance, somebody that you know. Bottom line, you have some information about them. We don't know if they're qualified. We don't know in terms of if they have an interest level. So we suspect they might be a good client for ours, but we really haven't taken them through any kind of process, any kind of direct communication, if you will. Now, once you sit down with somebody or have a conversation with them and there's a level of interest and they might be economically and emotionally qualified, we're then going to put them in the prospect pool or prospect bucket. Okay, so what happens there is that maybe the conversation and hey, I'd be interested in talking to you. I'm going to retire in a year. Let's pick it up in 6 months. They in turn would be a prospect because there's a level of interest, right? And there's a belief or some level of determination that they would be a good client for you. So that's one of the areas we want to look at. Again, the second bucket called prospect. The third bucket is pipeline. Now, what's pipeline? A pipeline is a prospect that you're now taking through your onboarding process. You're doing your first meeting, your second meeting, your third meeting. You're generating a proposal. You're generating a plan if that's appropriate, or set of recommendations. You're waiting on a decision with them, but you're actively engaged in that selling / onboarding cycle. Now, what most advisors do is they take everybody's not a client and everybody's a prospect or everybody's part of the pipeline. And the reality is that's not 100% true. And what happens is when we kind of look at our world, we say, oh, look at all these names I have. And we get this kind of comfort level, and it's a false positive. So what I really would encourage you to do is to really sit down and say, okay, what truly do I have available? What truly are my opportunities here? Suspects, prospects, pipeline. Now the question is going to come up is, okay, what if I've got somebody in a pipeline and we went through the meeting process and I just can't get them over the hump? Well, I would say as a general rule that people can be in the pipeline category for about 90 days. So meet with them, let them think about it, some follow-up calls. But after that 90-day window, from the start of the process to that 90-day mark, if you don't have a yes, they really need to go back into the prospect pool and look to re-engage them later. Again, as a general rule, there's always exceptions, of course. I know for a fact that once you break up your people, if you own these three boxes, there's three buckets, if you will, you're going to have a lot more clarity on truly what your opportunities are. So let's have a great day today, and I'll see you tomorrow for the end of the week.